Okay, now it's recording. So as I mentioned, the first 5 syllables are called the Vagbhavakutam. The middle 6 syllables are called the Madhyakutam, and the last 4 syllables are called the Shaktikutam. If you Google it, you may find that mantra, but it is supposed to be secretive. And there is a very good reason behind it. If you are interested, take it from a guru or wait for the guru to find you. That will happen if mother intends to do so. So, but chanting them as the bijam and as the shakti and as the kilakam gives us more benefits from learning Lalita Sahasranamam. So instead of actually doing the mantra itself, so there is this most popular version, which is the Srimad Vagbhavakuteti Bijam, Madhyakuteti Shaktihi, and Shakti Kuteti Kilakam. If you chant it this way, it has higher powers and energies than the one that was the first version that we chanted. And this is also not the bijaksharas. We are still giving the names of the kutas of the Panchadasi. It's not the bijakshara. So it still has lots of benefits to protect you as well as to empower you with lot more enlightenment. So I felt this was a more powerful version and safe version to be used. So I hope that works for everybody. So let's just chant this one more time and then we'll go into Dhyana Sloka 2. Would anybody want to chant along with me? Do I need to pick somebody? Oh, Ratnaji?
Can Jayashree here?
Sorry. Okay, Jayashree ji.
Can you hear me?
Yeah.
This is Ratna.
Yeah, I
This
can
is
hear you now. I can hear you.
yeah. Okay.
Okay, so I heard Jayashree ji first, so we'll go with Jayashree ji for the first time, and then I'll come back to you, Radhaji.
Yeah, that's fine.
Awesome, thank you. So Jayashree ji, if you can repeat after me, please. Asya Shri Lalita Sahasranama Stotram
अस्य श्रीललिता सहस्रनामस्तोत्रमहामन्त्रस्य
Vashinyadi Rishayah
वशिन्यादिवाग्देवता ऋषयः
Anushtup Chandah
अनुष्टुप् छन्दः
Sri Lalita Parameshwari Devata
श्रीललिता परमेश्वरी देवता
Srimadvagbhavakuteti Bijam
श्रीमद्वाग्भवकूटेति बीजम्
Madhyakuteti Shaktihi
मध्यकूटेति शक्तिः
Shaktikuteti Kilakam
शक्तिकूटेति कीलकम्
Sri Lalita Mahatripura Sundari
श्रीललिता महात्रिपुरसुन्दरी
Prasada Siddhi Dwara
प्रसादसिद्धिद्वारा
Chintita Phalavaptyarthe.
चिन्तित sorry
I'll repeat it one more time. Sorry. Chintita Phalavaptyarthe
चिन्तितबलावाप्त्यर्थे
Jape Viniyogah.
जपे विनियोगः
Thank you. Ratnaji, do you want to chant now?
Okay.
Asya Sri Lalita Sahasranama Stotra Mahamantrasya.
Asya Sri Lalita Sahasranama Stotram Mantrasya.
Okay, now I'll repeat it half and half. And by the way,
Yeah.
I posted this last week in the forum. If you want me to repeat it, I'll just repost the same post. It's up there. We'll do half and half. Asya Sri Lalita Sahasranama
Asya Sri Lalita Sahasranama
Stotra Mahamantrasya
Stotra Mahamantrasya
Vashinyadi Vagdevata Rishayah
Vashinyadivagdevata Rishayah
Anushtup Chandah
Anushtuchandaha
Sri Lalita Parameshwari Devata
Sri Lalita Parameshwari Devata
श्रीमद्वाग्भवकूटेति बीजम्
श्रीमद्वाभवकूटेति बीजम्
मध्यकूटेति शक्तिः
मध्यकूटेति शक्तिः
शक्तिकूटेति कीलकम्
शक्तिकूटेति कीलकम्
श्रीललिता महात्रिपुरसुन्दरी
श्रीललिता महात्रिपुरसुन्दरी
प्रसादसिद्धिद्वारा
प्रसादसिद्धिद्वारा
चिन्तितफलवाप्त्यर्थे
चिन्तितफलादावाक्ये
वाप्त्यर्थे
वाद्यते
जपे विनियोगः.
जपे विनियोगः.
Awesome, thank you. So there is one more nuance that I would like to add, if it is possible for you to practice. It just energizes you more. When we talk about Rishayah, Vashinyadi Vagdevata Rishaya, the Vagdevis are the rishis for this this sorry, Stotram, Lalita Sahasranamam. So rishis are on the top of the head. So we generally touch the top of the head for rishis. And chandas, anushtup chandas is the prana, like prana of the stotram. So we touch the nose for anushtup chandaha, and devata is in the heart. So when we say Lalita Parameshwari Devata, we touch the heart. Srimad Vagbhava Kuteti Bijam, on the right side under the chest, we touch that spot. And Madhya Kuteti Shaktihi, on the left side under the chest. And Shakti Kuteti Kilakam, right below the center of the chest. And when we say Sri Lalita Mahatripurasundari Prasada Siddhi Dwara Jape Viniyogaha, so we just kind of turn things inward. So what I will do, I'll probably record a video of how to do this, and I'll post it in the forum. So it just, because you're touching those individual spots where the Shaktis and the Kilakas and the Bijam, they're all located, it just gives you more energy than if you just chant it. So, and it's safe to do so. So I'll post that. Now we can move into our beautiful Dhyana Slokam. So I'll mute everybody while we are breaking the sloka into individual words. So we learned the first sloka. I'm assuming everybody is good with that. So we'll move into the next one. Arunam Karuna Tarangita Akshim. So there are two words in that. Dhrita Pasha Ankusha Pushpa Bana Chapam Animadi Anima Adi. Basically, Anima, etc. is what they're saying. Bhiravritam Mayukhaihi Aham Ityeva Vibhavaye Bhavani. So I hope everybody got that breakdown. So I'll repeat it one more time. Arunam Karuna Tarangita Akshim Dhrita Pasha Ankusha Pushpa Bana Chapam Anima Adi, basically you can use Animadi, that's okay. Animadi Bhiravritam Mayukhaihi Aham Ityeva Vibhavaye Bhavani. Again, amazing sloka. So we'll look at the so I think we'll chant it twice, then we'll look at the meaning, and then come back and chant it one more time with the meaning in our heads. Who would like to chant with me?
Yep,
Awesome.
I can.
Awesome. Fantastic. Aruna Karuna. Sorry. Arunam Karunatarangitakshim
Arunam Karunatarangitakshim
Dhritapashankusha
Dhritatashangusha
Pushpabanachapam.
Pushpabanachapam.
Sorry, I don't know why I'm missing the tune for this one. There are 3 different ways to chant it. I have my favorite one. So can we do it one more time, please?
Sure.
Arunam Karunatarangitakshim
Arunam Karunatarangitakshim
Dhritapashankusha Pushpabanachapam
Dhritatashangusha Pushpabanachapam
Animadi Bhiravritam
Animadibhiravritam
Mayukaihi
मयूखैः
अहमित्येव
अहमित्येव
विभावये भवानीम्.
विभावये भवानीम्.
We'll do it one more time, please. Arunam Karunatarangitakshim
अरुणाम् करुणातरङ्गिताक्षीम्
Dhrutapashankusha
धृतपाशाङ्कुश
Pushpabanachapam
पुष्पबाणचापाम्
Animadibhiravritam
अणिमादिभिरावृताम्
Mayukaihi
मयूखैः
Ahamityeva
अहमित्येव
Vibhavaye Bhavanim.
विभावये भवानीम्.
Awesome. Thank you. So we'll now look at the meaning of this sloka. Arunam, the Supreme Mother, is of Aruna complexion, or she is the color of the uh, sky, as it appears in the early morning just before the actual sunrise. So there is this red hue when the sun is rising. So she is in that complexion. So when the rays are just coming up, so when you think of, or when you're, so many times I actually love to drive when I'm actually going on a drive when the sun is about to rise. I actually go against it, so I see the sunrise. And that when you see those sun rays rising, that when you can actually come up with so many slokas that describe that sunrise and provide description for Bhagavan or Mother with that. So there are so many slokas that describe it. So when you are looking at that, you can actually think of this sloka. So she is of that complexion. So it's a very calm and serene, beautiful time, right? So it's and it's also like an indescribable color where you have the hues of red and orange and a bit of a yellow, and so there are so many nice hues. The beauty of which should be only like you can only see and enjoy it. So the darkness of the night will give way to the rays of the sun. The brightness will be enveloping the sky. And this form reflects her love, affection for us. It teaches that, like this rising sun, she will dispel the ignorance, the darkness of our ignorance. So there are many connotations to it. So that's Arunam. Karuna Tarangita Akshim. So we said there are Karuna Tarangita Akshim. So there are three words in that. So based on the individual needs, she lets out her compassion, the karuna, let little at a time, like waves, like tarangas. So she won't drench us into the karuna, but she will just make it beautiful, like a nice, beautiful waves for us. Her gentle and calm eyes, Akshi, reflect the deep love and compassion that exists within her heart for us. We need to increase our capacity to receive the compassion that is being showered through her eyes. So that is Karuna Tarangita Akshim. Then we are moving into Dhrita Pasha Ankusha Pushpabana Chapam. So there are a few words in this that are describing the weapons that mother is holding. So she holds in her hands all the important weapons. Again, there are so many different forms of the mother where she's holding the Sudarshana Chakram, where she's holding the Dhanush and like no, the Gadha and all of that. But in her regular form that we mostly see, the most popular form has these four weapons that are very important. When we see the descriptions of those, and there is a beautiful reason why those weapons exist. So she holds in her hands all the important weapons. She holds a pasham, the noose, in one of her hands, the ankusha, goad, in another hand, and pushpabana chapam, the bow made of sugar cane and arrows that consist of flowers. So if you see the visual of Lalita Mahatripura Sundari, I think that is also the group icon we have. In the right hand, she's holding, sorry, the bottom right hand. So she has four hands. The bottom right hand, she's holding five arrows, not the regular arrows, but the arrows made up of flowers. And on the bottom left hand, she's holding a dhanush. And the dhanush is a sugar cane dhanush. So That's Ikshudhanu is what we call it. She's holding that. In the top left hand, she's holding the noose. I think no, she's holding the ankusham, the gourd, and in the top right, she's holding the noose, the pasham. Okay, so she's holding pasha, ankusha, pushpa, bana, chapam. Chapam is dhanush. So the next line is animadi bhiravritam mayukaihi. So in the Sri Chakram, so I'll also bring up references as somebody requested last week of Sri Chakram. So there are various avaranas in the Sri Chakram. And the first avarana, the entrance itself to get into the middle of the Sri Chakram, it is what we call as a chaturasram or a square. And the square has 4 entrances to it, and the 4 entrances are 4 Vedas. So in that Chaturasram, the first Devi, and there are Devis positioned in the whole Sri Chakram, and at the center is Mahatripura Sundari. And we have to cross all of these, in our samsaric life, we cross all of these avaranas or layers, or how do you call it? Like all, or yeah, I think layers or circles that are encircling the central Mahatripura Sundari. We actually have to pass all of these layers in order to get there. So the first Chaturasram, and within the Chaturasram, there are 3 lines you would notice if you see a picture. So I'll also post one on the forum. So I have to remember how many things I'm committing to post. I will forget so many times. So in the Chaturasram, there are 3 lines. And there are positions of Devis within all those 3 lines. The first Devi that you get or you meet when you start entering Sri Chakram is Anima Siddhi. So there are Siddhi Devatas, 10 of Siddhi Devatas that are in the first square. And Animadi, so the Siddhis are the powers. So Animadi Siddhis surround her like rays. So now you have to reimagine, like from Sri Chakram. So okay, I have to say that in Lalita Sahasranamam, there are 3 different things, and Bhavanopanishad is the original source of all of this. There are 3 things we will be going back and forth with. One is the Mahatripura Sundari as the physical form of the mother. The second one is the Sri Chakram, which is a representation of the universe and the creation, which is nothing but her. And the third one is our body. So even within our body, there are positions where the mother actually lives within us. So we will be talking simultaneously of all these things sometimes. Let me know if at any point you feel confused. I can just go back, take steps back, and then re-explain it. So now you are imagining the mother. So those Animadi Siddhis that we found on Sri Chakram in the first square are like rays that surround her and creating that halo behind her. Just as the sun retains rays around him for the benefit of this creation, the Divine Mother retains these supernatural powers for the benefit of her devotees. Aham ityeva vibhavaye bhavani. So that's the last quartlet of the sloka. O Mother, I offer this prayer to you with a strong belief that you and me are inseparable. There is no difference between the two of us. As we were discussing in the Vishnu Sahasranamam class, it's again, Mother is the matter and the energy that has been the manifested universe. And if so, she is nothing but everything that we see around us. So what we are saying, we are inseparable because you are the one that formed me. So I am made up of you. So there is no way I can separate myself from you. So that is the sloka. I hope the meaning was clear. So we'll chant this one more time. Who would like to chant along? No takers this time?
I can chant.
Okay, go ahead.
Thanks, Chandra.
Awesome. Thank you. Arunam Karunatarangitakshim
Arunam Karunatarangitakshiim
धृतपाशाङ्कुशपुष्पबाणचापाम्
धृतपाशाङ्कुशपुष्पबाणचापाम्
अणिमादिभिरावृतां मयूखैः
अणिमादिभिरावृतां मयूखैः
अहमित्येव विभावये भवानीम्.
अहमित्येव विभावये भवानीम्.
Awesome. Thank you so much. So we'll move to the next dhyana sloka, which is the third dhyana sloka. Dhyayet padmasanastham. Yeah. Vikasita vadanam padma patrayatakshim or padma patrayata akshim hemabham पीतवस्त्रां करकलितलसद्धेम पद्मां varangim. So I'll repeat the breakdown one more time if you want to do like, slashes in between words. Dhyayet padmasanastham vikasitavadanam padmapatrayata or padmapatrayata akshim hemabham pita karakalita lasadhema padmam varangim. Who would like to chant the first two times and then we'll go into the meaning?
I can chant.
Awesome. ध्यायेत् पद्मासनस्थां
Dhyayet padmasanastham
विकसितवदनां
vikasitavadanam
पद्मपत्रायताक्षीं
padmapatrayatakshiim
हेमाभां
hemabham
पीतवस्त्रां
पीतवस्त्रां
करकलित
करकलित
लसद्धेम
लसद्धेम
पद्मां वराङ्गीं.
पद्मां वराङ्गीं.
We'll do it one more time, please. ध्यायेत् पद्मासनस्थां
ध्यायेत् पद्मासनस्थां
विकसितवदनां
विकसितवदनां
पद्मपत्रायताक्षीं
पद्मपत्रायताक्षीं
हेमाभां
हेमाभां
पीतवस्त्रां
पीतवस्त्रां
करकलितलसद्धेम
करकलितलसद्धेम
पद्मां वराङ्गीं.
पद्मां वराङ्गीं.
Awesome. Thank you. We'll look at the meaning now. Dhyayet Padmasanastham. I meditate on that divine mother who is seated in the Padmasana. It also means that she is seated within a lotus. So there are two different meanings to it. Either way. So I am meditating on that mother. Vikasita Vadanam. She possesses a charming face, which also is the cause for our upliftment or growth, which is the word for Vikasa. Right? So we use that quite often in our regional languages too. So she possesses a charming face, which is the cause of our Vikasam or the growth. Padmapatrayata Akshim. Her eyes are elongated like the lotus petals, which symbolizes that she watches over every being. And it's that the beauty of those eyes that just are so attractive that we meditate, like as soon as we see the mother in a temple or in any form, it just the divinity within us, the respect, the divine feeling within us just arouses by just looking at her eyes. Hemabam Pitavastram. So she wears yellow color clothes, or the Pitavastram is of golden complexion and is glowing like a golden light. So Hema means gold, as we most of us know. Bha means light. So she has this golden hue that is glowing, and she is wearing yellow colored silk vastram. Karakalita lasadhema padmam varangim. With a beautiful body that is of medium gait, a beautiful gait, neither too fat nor too thin, and with a golden lotus held in her hand, she attracts everyone. This golden lotus, which cannot wither away, causes the lotus within us to glow. And lotus has a significant importance in our Vedic tradition. because we consider Hrit Padmam, or there are quite a few references to many of the suktams, including Narayana Suktam or Bhavanopanishad. So there are many references to the Padmam within our heart, which has a little spark of light, which is what makes us living beings compared to the inanimate objects in the universe. And that spark is nothing but Bhagavati herself. Sarvalankara Yuktam. She has adorned herself with all types of decorations, Sarva Alankaram, such as like jewels and flowers and things like that. Satatam Abhayadam. She displays the Abhaya Mudra. So the Abhaya Mudra represents fear not, I am here for you. Is that mudra is called the Abhaya Mudra. So she displays that mudra to protect all beings. Bhakta Namram Bhavanim. I am bowing down to the Divine Mother Bhavani, or wife of Bhava or Shiva, in complete reverence. With Namrata is the word. So with Bhakti and Namrata, I am bowing down to that Bhavani. Oh, did I go into the next sloka? Actually, like looking at this book and is starting to continue to read. Anyways, so we'll repeat this sloka one more time and then we'll go into the Sarvalankara Yukta. Who would like to chant this sloka one more time? Dhyayet Padmasanastham.
I can.
Awesome. Dhyayet Padmasanastham.
ध्यायेत् पद्मासनस्ताम्
Vikasita Vadanam.
विकसितवदनाम्
Padmapatrayatakshiim.
साक्षीम्
Emabham.
हेमाभाम्
Pitavastram.
ताम्
Karakalita.
करकलित
Lasadhema.
लसत् हेमा
Padmam Varangim.
पद्मावराङ्गीम्.
Thank you. We'll move to the next sloka. Who would like to chant this one? Awesome. So we'll first break the sloka down in two different words. Sarva Alankara Yuktam Sakalam Abhayadam Bhakta Namram Bhavanim Shri Vidyam Shantamurtim Sakala Suranutam Sarva Sampat Pradatrim. The next two lines. Sakunkuma Vilepana Malika Chumbi Kasturikam Samanda Rahit. One second. I don't know. I seem to have a typo here. Sorry. Sakunkuma Vilepana Malika Chumbi Kasturikam Samanda Rahitekshanam. Yeah. Can you confirm this is what you have in your books? Samanda Rahitekshanam? Or is it Samandara Hasitekshanam?
I have Samanta Hasiteksha.
Hasiteksha.
Okay.
Titekshana.
Okay. So we'll go with that version then.
Shriji, even the previous one I have Sarvalangara Yuktam Tatata Mapayata.
Okay.
Is it Sri Vidya? Is it Sri Vidya?
That is the previous line. So I'm looking at the fourth line in that sloka. So for the Satatam or Sakala, so there's lots of background noise. For the Sakala or Satata, they have the same meaning. So you can actually use either of those ways to chant it. But this one would change meaning if I said something like I was thinking. So we'll go with the version that is more popular, I guess. Samandara Hasitekshanam. So I'll mute that one.
I mean, sorry, I'm not able to get it. I don't know where you are because you said Sarva Lankara. Then from there you went to Sri Vidya. Then what are you saying? I didn't get it.
Okay, so I will do it one more time from Sarva Alankara Yuktam. So I think that'll be much easier for everybody to follow.
Thank you.
So we'll look at that sloka starting from Sarva Alankara Yuktam. Okay. Sarva Alankara Yuktam Sakalam Abhayadam, and some of you have Satatam Abhayadam, Bhaktanamram Bhavanim, Shri Vidyam Shantamurtim Sakala Suranutam Sarva Sampat Pradatrim. Okay. So we are moving into the next two as well. Like, you know, some people do, the dhyana slokas have not been part of the original scripture. Like when Hayagriva told this to Agastya, he did not start with dhyana slokas. Those were added later, and added later by various rishis or various sadhakas. Like obviously, and then that's why you would see that they're not exactly in the same chandas, and there is a difference in, like, you know, the writing, how the style and everything else. So you in the dhyana slokas for the mother, it is not very distinct on which sloka is combined with the other sloka and things like that. As long as we chant all of them and we know the meaning and we are able to visualize, that's totally fine. So I am going with combining from Sarvalankara Yuktam into Sakunkuma Vilepanam to until the four lines. I'm combining them together. They don't seem to be the same chandas, but that's how I've been taught by my mother when I was a child. So we'll continue on. So we said Sarva Alankara Yuktam Sakalam Abhayadam Bhaktanamram Bhavanim Shri Vidyam Shantamurtim Sakala Suranutam Sarva Sampat Pradatrim Sakunkuma Vilepanam Alika Chumbi Kasturikam Samandara Hasitekshanam Sashara Chapa Pashankusham. Is that clear now, Lataji? Are you did you make that note?
Yes, thank you. I got it. Yeah.
Okay, fantastic. So we'll chant these four lines and then we'll go into the meaning. Who would like to chant along?
Good.
Awesome. Sarvalankara Yuktam
सर्वालङ्कारयुक्तां
Sakalamabhayadam
सततमभयदां
Bhaktanamram Bhavanim
भक्तनम्रां भवानीं
Shri Vidyam Shantamurtim
श्रीविद्यां शान्तमूर्तिं
Sakala Suranutam
सकलसुरनुतां
Sarva Sampat Pradatrim
सर्वसम्पत्प्रदात्रीं
Sakunkuma Vilepanam
सकुङ्कुमविलेपनाम्
Alika Chumbi Kasturikam
अलिकचुम्बिकस्तूरिकाम्.
Samandaraha. Sorry, I'm getting messed up
Yeah.
here because I've learned it differently. So Samandara Hasitekshanam
समन्दरहसितेक्षणाम्
Sashara Chapa
सशरचाप
Pashankusham.
भाषाङ्कुशाम्
Awesome. We'll do it one more time, please. Sarvalankara Yuktam
सर्वालङ्कारयुक्ताम्
Sakalamabhayadam
सत्ततमभयदाम्
Bhaktanamram Bhavanim
भक्तनम्रां भवानीम्
Sarvalankara Yuktam
सर्वालङ्कारयुक्ताम्
Satatamabhayadam
सततमयद भयधाम्
Satatam Abhayadam will become Satatam Abhayadam.
सतत अभयदाम्
Bhaktanamram Bhavanim
भक्तनम्रां भवानीम्
Shri Vidyam Shantamurtim
श्रीविद्यां शान्तमूर्तिम्
Sakala Suranutam
सकलसुरनुताम्
Sarva Sampat Pradatrim
सर्वसम्पत्प्रदात्रीम्
Sakunkuma Vilepanam
सकुङ्कुमविलेपनाम्
Alika Chumbi Kasturikam
अलिकचुम्बिकस्तूरिकाम्
Samandara Hasitekshanam
समन्दरहसितेक्षणाम्
Sashara Chapa
Sasharachapa
Pashankusham.
Pashangusham.
Awesome. So we'll now look at the meaning for this sloka. And as I mentioned, it's all combined together. Okay. Sarvalankara yuktam. So she has adorned herself with all types of decorations, sarva alankaras. And in mother's case, it could be all the different alankaras from head to toe and so many flowers. And we will see some of the description of the flowers in the Lalita Sahasranamam. So she's adorned with all of these. Satatam abhayadam or sakalam abhayadam. So she displays the abhaya mudra or fear not kind of mudra to protect all the beings. Bhaktanamram Bhavanim. I am bowing down to the Divine Mother Bhavani in complete reverence. Sri Vidyam. She is an embodiment of the entire knowledge of Sri Vidya. And there is a deeper esoteric knowledge that's available, and she is the embodiment of all of that knowledge. Shantamurtim, she is of the peaceful form. Sakala Suranutam, she is worshipped with great reverence by all the Suras or the Devatas. Sarva Sampat Pradatrim, she bestows every form of prosperity. Sarva Sampat. Here, prosperity also means Vidya, knowledge, the yoga, all of those are also Sampat. So in Bhagavad Gita, Bhagavan calls them the Daivi Sampat. So whether it is Vivekam, Vairagyam, dispassion, all of these are also Sampat. And the prosperity we look for, the buildings, the cars, the jobs and everything, those are also called Sampat. So there are two different, the Para and the Apara. So she provides us with all the Sampats. Then Sakunkuma. Sakunkuma Vilepanam. She is anointed with kunkuma. And of course, we know that kunkuma is very auspicious and has medicinal properties. She's pleased with even a drop of kunkuma is offered to her. So that's why we do the puja with kunkuma for the mother. And there is also a beautiful yogic reason why we put kunkuma in the middle of the two eyebrows, because that's the Ajna Chakram. And there is a nadi that passes from Ajna Chakra to the Brahmarandram, the Sahasrara Chakram. So when we put kunkuma in that spot, the Ajna Chakra, the nadi in the Ajna Chakra gets activated. So there is a reason why we put it there. So the next one, Alika Chumbi Kasturikam. So she wears kasturi or and bottu, the kunkuma, which is in fact is her true beauty. So the Brahmara, the bees are drawn by the fragrance of this, the alikam, which is or the kasturi, which is a fragrant vilepanam that mother has. So the bees are surrounding her, and because of the smell of that kasturi. Samanda Hasitekshanam, her laugh is gentle. See, that's why here I wrote it as Samanda Hasitekshanam. Anyway, Samandara Hasitekshanam. Her laugh is gentle, lovable, wholehearted, and it is beautiful. She looks upon her devotees with such a benevolent smile, and we notice that in every mother's temple, when you go, the moment you see those eyes and see the smile, you just get this immense peace, and the whole body and mind and everything just relaxes. So her laugh is visible in her smiling eyes. Shashara Chapa Pashankusham. So she holds all her weapons, her bows and arrows, and the good and the noose. She holds them. Asesha Jana Mohinim. So these are the two lines we haven't done. So I don't know why I'm confused with the slokas today. So I'll just properly chant when I'm posting it in the forum. So there are two more lines that we should be chanting, but we'll go with the meaning first and then we'll chant. Sorry about that. Asesha Jana Mohinim. She has the power of universal attraction. So Asesha Janam, all the beings, they get attracted to her. So irrespective of whether a person believes in her or not, he or she will find it impossible to avoid her and instead will be attracted towards her. And we will understand why that's the case. It's not just the form that is in the temple, it is the nature, in the form of nature, that she is available to us, and we do get attracted to her all the time. Aruna Malya Bhushambharam. So the again Aruna means the red hue we were talking about. So she has a red garland, mala, and she wears is very exquisite. Japa Kusuma Bhasuram. She is glowing like the red hibiscus flower and wears it. Japa Kusumam. She wears those. Japa Vidhau Smaret Ambikam. One has to meditate on this form of Divine Mother Ambika during japa. So this visualization is what helps us go much deeper into our sadhana. When we are doing the Sahasranamam, we get more benefits from it because we're not just doing it casually, but it is a more conscious effort. We know this form and we chant along. Okay, so we have to chant the last two lines. Who would like to chant with me?
I can.
Awesome. So we'll probably start from, looks like the Sakunkuma Vilepanam till the Smaredambikam, they seem to be the same chandas. So we'll start from the Sakunkuma Vilepanam.
Okay.
Sakun Sakunkuma Vilepanam,
Sakunkuma vilepanam
Alika Chumbi Kasturikam,
Maliga chumbi kasturikam
Samandarahite, Samandarahite, oh God, Samandarahasitekshanam,
Samandahasite kshanam
Dashara Chapa Pashankusham,
Sashara chapa pashangusham
Asesha Janamohinim,
Ashesha janamohinim
Arunamalya Bhushojvalam.
Marunamalya bhushojvalam.
Or there is the other version,
Yeah,
version
it is
that is, yeah,
it is
Arun
it is Malya Bhushambaram.
Bhushambaram. So we'll go with
Correct?
that.
Okay.
Yes. So all of
Okay.
these confusions, as I mentioned, are only in the dhyana slokas, depending on which book they are so different. But once we get into the actual Sahasranamam, there are no differences. There might be small one syllable that may be different, but the meaning will remain the same. It's only here.
Okay.
Okay. So I'll go with the Bhushambaram. Asesha Jana
Okay.
Mohinim,
Ashesha janamohinim
Arunamalya Bhushambaram,
Arunamalya bhushambaram
Japa Kusuma Bhasuram,
Japa kusuma basuram
Japa Vidhau Smaredambikam.
Japa vitau smaredambikam.
We'll do it one more time, please. Sakunkuma
Sure.
Vilepanam,
Sakunkuma vilepanam
Alika Chumbi Kasturikam,
Malika chumbi kasturikam
Samandara Hasitekshanam,
Samandara hasite kshanam
Sashara Chapa Pashankusham,
Sashara chapangusham
Sashara Chapa Pashankusham,
Sashara chapa pashangusham
Asesha Janamohinim,
Ashesha janamohinim
Arunamalya Bhushojvalam,
Arunamalya bhushombaram Bhushambaram.
Okay, I'll correct my book as well so I chant properly when I'm sending the recording for this. Okay. Arunamalya Bhushambaram,
Arunamalya bhushambaram
Japa Kusuma Bhasuram,
Japa kusuma basuram
Japa Vidau,
Japa vitau
Smaredambikam.
Smaredambikam.
Awesome. Thank you. So we'll conclude here.
Thank
And what I will do is to post these as proper slokas depending on what their chandas is. I'll just break them down properly. In my book, it is not. So it's a little confusing that way. And I will go with the most popular versions that you have in your books instead of, and I've made corrections in mine as well. Okay, we'll conclude with a short prayer. And from next week onwards, we'll actually start with the Sahasranamavali with Sri Mata. ॐ सर्वे भवन्तु सुखिनः सर्वे सन्तु निरामयाः सर्वे भद्राणि पश्यन्तु मा कश्चित् दुःखभाग् भवेत् ॐ शान्ति शान्ति शान्तिः हरिः ॐ श्रीगुरुभ्यो नमः हरिः ॐ लोका समस्ता सुखिनो भवन्तु Sarvam Sri Paradevatarpanamastu. Thank you so much for joining. We'll catch up next week.